Okay, so I attempted to film the same video last night. Well, I actually did film the same video last night, but then when I uploaded it to Premiere Pro, I noticed that I had an embarrassing amount of spit in the corners of my mouth, so I decided to film it again today. And the only reason why I'm filming this is actually to buy time for the video that I intended to upload today. But when I got back from my run last night, it was after midnight. In fact, it was actually close to 1 a.m. And I realized that I had about, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours left of editing to do for that video. And I normally go to bed at 2 a.m. on work nights, and I still do work full time. So I decided that I was going to instead release a random Raymond Thoughts video because I wanted to sleep. And I also wanted to honor my Monday and, well, I was going to say my Monday and Thursday upload schedule, but I think I'm just going to upload on Mondays now because the whole 2 day a week thing, I don't think there's that much of a benefit to uploading, or that much more of a benefit to uploading 2 days a week than there is to uploading 1 day a week. But anyway, enough about why I'm posting the video. The actual topics of this video I wrote down in a Google Doc here, so we'll just go through them one by one. The first thing I wrote was about unconditional love. I don't want to go too deep into that because I think I might want to do a deeper dive into that eventually, but I just wanted to bring it up as a question. Do you believe that unconditional love actually exists? Because I don't think it does. And I know that's a bit of a hot take, and that's why I kind of wanted to bring it up. So, I mean, I guess you could put in the comments if you, I mean, whether or not you believe it exists. You could also tell by my mumbling that I'm attempting to do all of this in just one take, so I don't have to do any editing. And also, I feel like it's good practice for me to, actually put out something that's unscripted. But about that unconditional love thing, that's just something that's been brewing in my head, and I want to know. It's actually one of those few things where I want to know how people feel about it before I create the content instead of just creating the content first. Uh, the next thing I would like to talk about is the holiday season, and every time the holiday season approaches, well, first of all, it sneaks up on me. But second, I'm always torn between wanting to make actual plans for the holiday season and just wanting to rest. And I mean, obviously, I tend toward the resting because making plans that requires effort, and a lot of times you have to actually be around people if you're going to make plans. And it sort of reminds me of there's this one interview that I saw recently where a filmmaker was interviewed about the top, I believe it was the top Halloween movies. And he said that the reason why Halloween is his favorite holiday is because it doesn't involve relatives. And I thought that was pretty funny. Um, Also, I guess we could talk about why I don't watch live sports anymore unless I actually go to the game, but that's very rare these days. Every Sunday I'll get on Twitter and I'll see all the meltdowns of people talking about their football teams losing, or at least the flaws of their football teams. And it always reminds me of why I don't watch anymore. It's like I would rather be stressed out watching the 10-minute highlights that the NFL posts after the game than watching 3 hours of a stressful football live. And also, that's 3 hours of productivity. I always get to do something creative during those games, and it I don't know why these games feel like a giant waste of time to me now, even though I do somewhat enjoy them when on the rare occasion that I do watch them. It maybe it's just a product of getting a little bit older that I feel like I'm just throwing time out the window, or flushing it down the drain if I sit and watch a game instead of edit a video, or whatever else I would call productive. But that also reminds me of, something else I wrote on my list is about my toxic relationship with productivity. It's something that I'm realizing lately that in life there's a certain balance between instant gratification and delayed gratification. And I think growing up relatively poor has sort of forced me to embrace delayed gratification to the point where it seems like I only think about long term goals and I never do any self care or think about what I might need in the current moment. And so a lot of the things that I achieve, people are impressed with because they're things that take a level of dedication that most people just aren't willing to put into their projects. But also, I don't have a social life, so there's that. Um, I wish I had more to talk about, but I mean, I don't have anything that I really want to go deep on right now because it seems like everything that I see, there's that spit again. It like wants to come out and creep out to the corners of my mouth. But yeah, so everything that I want to go deep on, I actually would like to put it into a video, but I'm also realizing that I get so many ideas that I want to go deep on that I'm probably not going to be able to make videos on all of them because by the time I get around to making videos on them, uh, I, they won't be as important in my mind. So maybe this is the format where I just, turn on my mic and turn on the camera and just start, saying things to the camera and hoping that it resonates with some people. Maybe I could choose a few topics to do that with once in a while. It's funny when I don't write a script how little sense that my sentences make, but uh, I guess that I guess that's the fun of learning how to do things in this format where yeah, I'm doing everything in one take where there's no cuts. So this practice will be good for me. Um, yeah, that's it. You guys could feel free to laugh at me in the comments for this. Uh, I will try to get out that next installment of the apartment series soon. So, um, yeah, have a good rest of your Monday.